Wasn't in this song said, "Come on and get this, honey"? Which is, I know you. I've been with. I'm gonna change his nose ring. Come on and get this, honey. Come on and get this, honey. Y'all come on and get this, honey. Listen, y'all, I am very glad that it is a slow news day because several things going on. I'm not late, D-Card 708. I was on time. All right, y'all need to set y'all clocks back 5 minutes. Nevertheless, y'all, and I know y'all gonna beat me up for this. The show gonna be 30 minutes tonight, and it's all Quad fault. Quad sent me a flyer about 2 hours ago, and it's her boyfriend's 40th birthday dinner tonight, and she doing it at 7:30. Now, we all know Quad. The flyer say 7:30. Her ass ain't even gonna get there until 8:30 because Quad is just an hour, 2 hour late kind of person. And so if I finish here about 8:30, I could be there by 9. So that's what's going on. Don't be mad at me. Be mad with Quad. If anything, y'all should flood out her DMs and her thing because it's her fault. Second of all, y'all noticing that I'm shaved. So, unfortunately, guys, y'all finna be sick of me because I'm just finna be shopping and I'm gonna be posting all my bags online. So all the broke girls who all talked about me in the past could feel some type of way because I'm rich now and I'm on top. I was going to look for some outfits and I realized a box of my clothes is missing or whatever. And it happened to be a box of my clothes, my good clothes, you know, them good clothes in the back of the closet that you never touch except for special occasions. Well, I went to get dressed today for a special occasion, this party later on tonight. And I realized that all my slacks that match all my jackets and stuff are missing, as well as my gray lambskin coat. And so it has to be in that box. So now I got to go buy a whole bunch of new clothes. I was in there shaving, getting ready for the party, and I made a mistake and shaved my mustache wrong on one side. So I just shaved everything off. I missed the spot here, so I'm going to have to go back and fix that before I get to the party. Nevertheless, that's what all's going on. Good thing I got beautiful skin that's blemish free and real even and silky. And yes, I look like a whole milk dud, but you know what? Milk duds are even all over. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what you girls got to learn to do. Because I don't make no qualms about it. I ain't the finest bitch in the world. I ain't the most attractive bitch in the world, but you got to play up the things that you got. But I'm going to tell you something, bitch. I'm in the top 10 of best skin. That a hoe can't take from me. Well, I am in the top 10 of best skin. So I said, you know what? Since my mustache is messed up or whatever, then I quit bragging. No, I'm bragging. I am bragging. I'm bragging. I'm rich. I'm finna go buy a whole bunch of new clothes this week. And I'm in the top 10 of best skin. Now, I might not got all the muscles in the world. I got a little bit. I might not got all the chest. But I am in the top 10 of best skin. It's even. Y'all want to see my ass? It's even all down to my ass. It's just even. I'm going to show y'all a little bit. No scratch marks. It's even everywhere. I am in the top 10 of best skin. Okay. Moving right along. Let's go ahead and hop into this short ass show that I'm about to give y'all. Listen, if y'all hoes want to go to Ghana, go to GhanaGirlsTrip.com and use promo code Funky250. The girl said about 80 people had signed up on the website. Now, I don't know whether they paid or not, but 80 people definitely showed interest in going to Ghana. Y'all could go over there and be hoes like Quad and Yandy and Sheree was when they was going over there to Ghana looking for rich Africans. Oh, the rich Africans over there in Ghana. Or whatever. So go on over there, sign up for GhanaGirlTrip.com and go hoeing over there in Ghana. They say you can't give it no money. You sure can't and can't. Because what we gonna do? Spin it and show it and make no qualms about it. Oh, I'm talking through the wrong mic. I'm surprised y'all can even hear me. I should be talking through this mic. I'm gonna tell y'all really quickly before I get off the. Oh, Justin Ramel said, please get to the topics. You right. I ain't even gonna waste 10 minutes of y'all time talking about what's going on with the Funky Brunch Cruise. It's still going on. Go to my Instagram, click the link in my bio to click the link to go to the cruise. Also, down to the bar, Houston. I got the flyer back from Oliver. I'll be posting it tomorrow, and I got a date for Tampa. We Tampa at 7th and Grove. Tampa, we are coming to y'all at 7th and Grove on December 7th. December 7th, we coming to Tampa, 7th and Grove. So have y'all FEMA money ready from the hurricane to give to me. Have y'all FEMA money ready from the hurricane to give to me. All right, we ain't gonna do no political corner today, and we ain't gonna do no Diddy corner. Let's talk about this Married to Medicine trailer. Baby, this Married to Medicine trailer is giving the girls something to look forward to. I think the girls are waiting with bated breath for Married to Medicine. I don't know if y'all knew it. Contessa is back. I'm gonna just go ahead, spoiler alert. Contessa is back with that same BS, fighting with Heavenly about breaking up her household or whatever. And I don't know. And here is the funny thing. And I told Heavenly this when I talked to her about it. I told Heavenly, I said, Heavenly, do not even take it personal that Contessa came back a year later with that same mess. I said, because after being let go, I think Contessa came back trying to do a quick and dirty. What's the quickest thing that'll get me noticed, that'll get me some screen time? Contessa is back. Another spoiler alert. Phaedra, while she around here talking about she revived the show, she didn't bring shit all season once again. So the producer set her ass up at the end with Apollo and Shireen coming, and it was a whole mess. And after it unfolds, I'll let y'all in on the legal situation on why it was so easy for her to jump from Married to Medicine and go over there to Bravo. But in short, Bravo didn't want to be sued, so they just let her come on back. That's the short of it. What else I could give y'all? That scene that y'all saw with Quad Man and with Greg about the fight, I had already told y'all about that. Towards the end, the girls had done got into it. Sweet Tea and Quad had done got into it. It had spilled on over to Greg and King, and then they was finna get the fight, and then the people had barred King from filming. They had said because they did not have a background check on him as of yet, and that they didn't know him. After that incident with Greg, he was no longer allowed to film in group settings until the background check came back. And I think by the time it came back, they was on their last week of filming or whatever the case may be. But Married to Medicine this season is definitely going to have it going on. And I'm going to save this part for the show, but it's really going to have it going on when y'all find out who Phaedra was on there kissing all in the mouth. And I'm going to go ahead and spill it. It was one of Apollo's friends, and so much so the kids called the friend Uncle Chuck. They call him Uncle, and that's who Phaedra was all down there kissing all in the mouth on the trip with, honey. So it's going to have it going on. It's going to have it going on. All right? Married to Medicine going to have it all going on this season. Y'all hoes get ready to tune in. All right. Now, speaking of somebody who need to go take some medicine because they clearly are not well. I know that she's a legend, y'all, but I'm finna have to give Lil' Kim the business just a little bit. Just a little bit. This weekend, y'all, Lil' Kim was in Atlanta for a noble cause. She was here for the AIDS walk. She was here for the AIDS walk, and the people are going crazy about the way she looked. I guess nobody told the girls that the body augmentation and the surgery doesn't work well with weight gain. It doesn't work well with weight gain. You know, everybody's talking about how much she looks a mess. Stage presence is a mess. She's round and rotund. it just looks a mess. And the unfortunate thing is, it wouldn't have looked like this had she not gotten so extreme with the surgeries. Um, I hate it for little Kim. I really do. Because your story didn't have to end like this. Your story didn't have to end with you um being this, you know, at this point almost washed up rapper who is scraping for relevancy, despite the fact that you are an icon. And this is just proving that you can be an icon and washed up in the same breath. um Kim, we've never known you to be a dancer. You used to come out and give us the hardcore raps, and now you doing this stuff right here, and it just looks foolish. It's dated, it's foolish. The Oompa Loompa body is not helping it. And Kim, this is me sparing you because I grew up on you. Kim, the way the girls is letting your behind have it in these comments, all we can do is pray, because I know this lady read this stuff. And with her self-esteem and body image and self-worth already being in the toilet, we don't want the comments to drive this lady to do anything else to her body or do anything to herself. But I don't care how much of an icon that she is and how much she's contributed to the scene. She looks a damn mess. She looks a mess. She looks a mess. She looks a mess. She didn't have to go out like this. You got rappers that are older than her that look better. C, please reference MC Light. Please reference Queen Latifah. Please reference Salt and Spinderella from Salt and Pepper. Y'all notice I didn't say Pepper. Please reference Lady. Please reference so many of the other girls. Quiet as it's kept, since you doing the surgery, mama, you might as well go ahead and get that stomach sucked out. Go ahead and get that stomach and that waist sucked out, since you ain't no stranger to surgery. Go ahead and get that stomach sucked out so you can stop looking like she's shaped like an eggplant or like a mustard bottle. Quiet as it's kept, Kenny always calling somebody Veggie Tales. This who's shaped like a Vidalia onion. Okay. Oh, nasty piece of produce puss. A nasty piece of produce puss. This year must be the year of honesty, y'all, because Eva Mendes took to the internet. And listen, Mama said during a recent interview, the 50-year-old admitted that she has no regrets about stepping away from acting. For those unaware, the last time Mendes appeared in the film was in 2014's Lost River with her partner, Ryan Gosling's directorial debut. She did lend her voice to a role in a cartoon series in 2021, but hasn't done any serious acting in 10 years. Eva explains on her exit, I was never in love with acting. I don't mean it in a self-deprecating way, but I wasn't a great actress. I had my moments and I worked with really great people. She also noted that her best work came when she starred along Gosling in 2012's crime drama, The Place Beyond, on the Pines, where he directed her final film. He gets something out of me that's never been accessible before. Reflecting on the industry, Mendes says, that's all they would say in the beginning. She's too ethnic for this. She's too ethnic for that. It was so crazy. That was the constant note. Then at some point it switched to, oh, ethnic is cool now, or being Latina is cool. It gave me energy because it made me so mad. And then I get to fuel. I get the fuel that I need. The Training Day star isn't the only one to leave the entertainment business and becoming a household name. As reported, Cameron Diaz is set to make her return after an 11-year leave. Here's what's funny. I couldn't even tell y'all nothing that Eva Mendes was in. Quiet as it's kept. Up until Sofia Vergara did Griselda, I felt the same way about Sofia Vergara. I felt the same way about Sofia Vergara. Listen, Eva Mendes is one of those with pretty privilege. She did do good in Hitch. She did all right in Hitch. But I love the fact that she says she wasn't that great. But moreover, ladies, here's what y'all need to tap into, because here is what was said and not said. Simply put, y'all, she got a rich husband. Why should I get up and go to work? That's her attitude with it, baby. Eva Mendes is living the soft life. She is still pretty. She's still connected, and she still has all the access that she had when she was on and popping. So why go to work when I still got all the money, all the access, and all the business? Why would I go to work? Ryan Gosling, he's still working, been working since the Mickey Mouse Club or Nickelodeon, whatever it was. That girl say, baby, I'm not trying to go to work and be on these sets for 3 months and all that type of stuff. I think she quit and had kids, and her man took all. Listen, Eva, she all right. And the beautiful thing about it is she can pop up like this, do an interview, and she could still do a movie or so if she wanted to, because she's still nice looking. And going back to aging gracefully, like, you know, so for the person who said that the lady is almost 50 and nobody talks about men like this, you're absolutely right. There is a double standard, but men, for whatever reason, or not for whatever reason, because of society, we also don't go out bad. Um, Unfortunately, this is a vestige of patriarchy. We're flipping back to the Little Kim thing, and Dila Moose said we don't talk about men like this. Unfortunately, and it'll never be solved in our lifetime, beauty is a woman's currency. Beauty is a woman's currency. I don't necessarily believe this, but the world sends a woman a message that as she ages, she becomes less valuable. That's just the world that we live in. Unfortunately, and it's unfair to women, men get to be a complete hot mess. Men get to be bald, hairy, unattractive, and a complete hot mess as long as they have money, access, and power. As long as men have money, access, and power, they get to look like entire trolls. They get to look like trolls. They get to be hairy. They get to be everything under the sun as long as they have money, access, and power. Unfortunately, under this patriarchal society that we live in, beauty is a woman's currency. And unfortunately, even women buy into it. I think one of the ways that this could be reversed is if women themselves stop buying into patriarchy, but I don't know if they can. So that's why we don't talk about men the way we talk about women when it comes to their looks. But let a man fall on hard times and he will be on every blog about being broke. And all right, Arturo said, AKA Harvey Weinstein. Absolutely. Moving right along, guys. Let's move on. Rosie O'Donnell. I know that Donald Trump is gonna have a field day with this one. Rosie O'Donnell is in the news because her daughter has a meth problem. And Child and Family Services were called in because the 27-year-old was arrested and charged with several counts, including possession of methamphetamines, drug paraphernalia. And this follows her earlier charge for maintaining a drug trafficking place, child neglect, and domestic abuse. Rosie chimed in and said that, this isn't nothing new and that Chelsea has been struggling with this deadly disease for a way, and hopefully she will find her way. Here is the thing, Rosie, and this is the white side of you showing. Because if you was black like this and not like this, you would have went over there and got that baby. If you was black like this and not like this, you would have went over there and got that baby. And I'm here to tell you something. I don't even want to talk about your daughter right now because drug abuse is a disease. You know what I'm saying? Now, it doesn't start out that way for some people, but it is a disease. Here is the reality of the situation, Rosie O'Donnell. You can go rescue that baby and neglect it with money. Rosie O'Donnell, you have enough money to go get that baby and hire somebody. Shall be trying hard. It is a disease. It's been a disease. Unfortunately, they didn't consider it a disease when Black people were dealing with the crack epidemic. But two wrongs don't make a right. Drug addiction is a disease, no matter how you slice it and dice it. You got enough money to go get that baby and lock that baby and the caregiver up on an entire wing of your house and not even have to deal with it. You got the money. And quiet as it's kept, it wouldn't, it definitely wouldn't cost you no more than $5,000 or $6,000 a month. It wouldn't cost you no more than $5,000 or $6,000 a month that you put an ad in the paper and hire somebody as a caregiver in lieu of room and board and give them a stipend. You got the money. All right. Had there been a Black grandma, she wouldn't have been making no doggone statements to the news talking about, I hope she find a way. A Black grandma wouldn't have gave a damn one way or another if that bitch found her way, but that baby wasn't finna be around there in that drug house. That baby was not going to be around there in that drug house. But see, we have learned since slavery that some, not all, white women just don't have that mama gene in them. Down from the time when we was raising y'all kids and letting them suck on our titty when y'all was too sorry to do it. I guess Rosie said, get somebody extra do it. Moving right along, guys. This is a prime example of people keeping their family business private till it's time to talk about it. Nene Leak's son, guys, we didn't even know he was going through this. Now, we knew he had some issues previously with his health, but Brent Leaks took to the internet to let it be known, guys, that he recently had a heart transplant. He had unexpected news that he had been diagnosed with congestive heart failure, guys, on June 19th-ish. And since then, he's undergone a 14-hour heart transplant and has been given a new heart. He's in recovery right now. He's having to learn how to walk and communicate and all those different things. But guys, he just had a complete heart transplant. So we are glad he's doing better. We are sending prayers his way. I do have a couple questions. When I went to Florida State University and got my degree in economics, and people ain't teach me nothing about medicine or health. But is congestive heart failure, is that normal for people his age? Is that normal? I didn't know that this was normal for something. I see somebody saying, I blame his diet. I mean, there's a lot of overweight young people. So, I'd be willing to bet that maybe a little bit of it was hereditary. I don't know. I'm not going to put 20 on 10 because I don't know. All I do know is that we are going to send our thoughts and prayers to Nene and her family. And congrats to Brent on his new heart, and just do right by it because somebody had to die in order for you to get that. Moving right along, guys. A lot of people want to talk about Trina making the announcement that she did not make her new husband get a prenuptial agreement. Let's talk about it.
A prenup?
I didn't.
Why not?
Because my husband brings all of his money to me. So
What?
I'm in charge. He can't spend a dime without my consent. Can't spend a dime for nothing unless it goes through me.
That's
that
what
phone
I'm talking
go to ringing
about.
up, that thing go to, I see everything.
That's what
So,
I'm
yeah.
talking about. So you always call me Mrs. Davis, Mrs. Davis. What?
So listen, there's so many issues with this, Trina. Number one, we are not going to pretend like a man bringing home his check to the woman and the woman dillying out the money is not new. Our grandparents, great-grandparents, they did it all the time. But let me tell you something. The way Trina described it, she emasculated the hell out of him. Okay. Now, granted, I don't know what her husband does, considering the fact that she is an entertainer. One is willing to say that maybe he makes less money than her. So maybe it's in his benefit to bring it all home to her because, hell, they living off of your money anyway. I don't know. I'm assuming. I don't know what the man does. And maybe he does make more money than him. But she emasculated the hell out of him, especially the part when she said he can't spend a dime without me. That wasn't cool. What she should have said was, no, we're in a loving relationship. We're in a very traditional relationship. All of our money goes into one pot and we make joint decisions on the way we spend our money. That's all people needed to know. You made your husband seem like he was a pet, an assistant, or a do boy. Secondly, Trina, listen, I understand. Okay, somebody said I heard he's a writer and a producer. I can't confirm or deny. I understand, you wanting to feel like Big Mama and all this type of stuff. But what you don't realize, baby, is he didn't play the short game. He played the long game, baby. He played the long game. All he did was say, let me build trust. All he did was say, let me build trust in this woman who wants to get married, who's of a certain age. And listen, when the time comes, when people get upset and mad and are no longer in love, they turn into completely different people. You best better believe that a little bit of check that he giving you in the meantime, in between time, it ain't gonna add up to the half of your shit he gonna try to take if it comes to that. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's a very beautiful feeling sitting back. Well, Robin did all this knowing that when it's time for you to leave, that you could walk away with half of it. That's a very comforted feeling. You might be comforted on the front end that he giving you your check, but you best better believe he's somewhere in the back end feeling real good. City boys up. City boys up. City boys up. And here's the thing. Love ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't care even if you don't have nothing. I just think prenups are the smartest way to go for anybody who got two nickels to rub together. All right. If my better half is listening to this show right now, and if we ever take it to the next level, we are prenupping down to the ground. But I'm very fair with it. I think at a minimum, if you want to show love, respect, and honesty and trust for your partner, prenup should go like this. Everything I have, every business I've started, and every stream of revenue that I had prior to this relationship belongs to me. Everything that we accumulate together during this marriage is divided in half in the event that we split. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I think that is what is fair. Everything that you had, you keep. Everything that I had, I keep. Everything that we amass while we're together, we share. And here's the funny thing. The funny thing about it is the partner with the least amount of money, they still benefit from that arrangement. Because if I make more money than you, we're going to accumulate more stuff on my salary than it is yours. The house that we live in is probably going to be predicated off of my income because I make more than you. But you know what? Because I love you today and I'm willing to be fair today, I'm willing to split that. I am willing to split that. Even if we go out and buy a $2 million house, and you only make $100,000 a year because we bought that house together, I'm willing to split that. But everything that I've had before you, every stream of revenue that was in place before you, in hell, any business ventures that I start during you, if they're my solo business ventures, those are my business ventures. I get a TV show, I drop an album, you don't get a piece, you don't get a part of that. You don't. What's in this joint checking you get, what's in this joint savings you get, what's in this house equity you get, whatever business we start together, you get. But anything I came with, anything off my brand Trina, off my brand Funky Dineva, you don't get a piece. And I think that's fair. And anybody who will contest that, baby, they only with you for your money. Anybody who's willing to contest, because that's beyond fair. I think the person with the money still getting the short end of the stick with that arrangement. Quiet as it's kept. In the real world, you don't get more out than you put in. But because I love you today, and on the strength of the love that we once had, I want you to be okay. Even if I don't like you or love you no more, on the strength of what we once had, I want to be able to look back on the day that I did love you and say, you know what? At least I did right by that person. I might hate his guts right now. I might hate her guts right now. But on the strength of the love that we once had, I want you to be okay. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. I don't know about everybody else. And I think that's the fairest way to be when it comes to folks having money. What is there to argue about? How you gonna want some shit I had before you hoe? Now let's get into this last story real quick. This Alexis Sky done jumped on her best friend for talking about her parenting.
So here's a little story time, you guys. On Friday, I was walking into my apartment complex, and I wasn't even at the door, and my former best friend, Alexis Sky, walked in. Out of it, I'm gonna just say out of it, and she had 2 other people with me, and she assaulted me. I tried to turn around and walk away. She punched me in my face, and then the other girl came in punching me in the face, and then the guy came in. They were kicking me in my rib cage. I have a fractured rib, knocked one of my veneers out, knocked one of my teeth out, and it was just really, really bad. You guys, I'm scared. Like, she's been making threats against me. I can't go to my house. She's been doing a lot of personal attacks towards me and talking about me and my health and talking about me and just really doing a lot. But to physically.
All right. So here's the thing. Little young black gay boy. Number one, we need to know what you did. Now, they said talking about her parenting. They said talked about her parenting or whatever. And she took it, from what I hear, she took it as him talking about her child. But he wasn't talking about her child. He was talking about her parenting. All right. Black women, prepare to get mad. Y'all finna get mad with me. I don't even give a damn because I'm getting ready to go to dinner. This message is not for y'all. This message is for all my gay black boys out here. This is why I tell y'all, stay the fuck away from fish. This right here is why I tell y'all, stay the fuck away from fish. Stay away from their ass. Because I've always said it, and I don't mean to upset y'all, but it's the truth. The moment they get mad with you, you become every faggot and punk in the book. You become a boy in that moment, and they want to go get their male friends, and they want to beat you up, okay? They want to go get their male friends and their brothers and their uncles and stuff to beat you up. This right here is why I don't get too friendly with fish. I don't. They cool, the cool ones that I had around me from childhood, but as a gay, and listen, black women, maybe I need to do this on a separate video because I'm not trying to talk down on y'all. I am talking about the safety and well-being of my gay black boys. This is why in any private, and I'm having private conversation right now that maybe I should not be having out loud. This is why the fuck I say stay away from fish. Keep their ass at arm's distance. Keep their ass at arm's distance. Because this is what happens. You their best friend while you doing their hair. You their best friend while you loaning them money. You their best friend while you helping them with their kids when they no good boyfriend ass around. You their best friend when you providing male presence in their life when they no good ass baby daddies and daddies ain't around. But the minute they get mad with you, you every faggot punk sissy in the book and they ready to go get men to whoop your ass. I've lived it. I've lived it for way too long. And I don't give a damn if he talked about her kids or not. It didn't warrant this. You can't tell me you love somebody and you do them like this. And the ones of y'all in there debating it, y'all, the ones mad, y'all the type of bitches that I would stay the hell away from. I don't fuck with fish, not that heavy. Keep their ass at arm's distance. All of my gay boys out there, I am telling you something for your well-being, to the point where I'm willing to upset a whole bunch of people and I don't give a damn because their lives ain't on the line. This right here is why I stay the hell away from fish. And with that being said, I'm finna get the hell up off the line. Y'all hoes could be mad all you want. It's the truth. It ain't safe for a black gay boy anywhere. It ain't safe around a bunch of straight men, and it ain't safe around a bunch of angry black women either. More of the story tonight, stay the hell away from fish or keep their ass at arm's distance. I'm finna go eat. Get mad amongst yourselves. Bye.